So here we are again, folks. I had to whip this show together real quick for you, and it's a returning customer, one of our favorites. Some very interesting stuff has occurred here this year. So let's get into them. Again, Hippix Logistics LLC, in my opinion, one of the dirtiest and most negligent carriers in the expedited industry. We've exposed him before on this channel when he had two authorities. We exposed him using Load Hive and dispatching to hundreds of drivers. And on the one authority showing, I think it was 99 vehicles. Now, as you can see here, he's updated it since I've done shows on him. This shows 2 power units, 1 non-commercial vehicle, and 3 drivers. He's even changed his physical address. He is what we call one of those dirty chameleon carriers. And we're going to cover now exactly what has occurred. It's a danger, not only to brokers, but to the customers. So let's go over this stuff. So Hippix Logistics LLC, I don't know if you guys have been checking out his profile on Safer there, his SMS profile, but now all of a sudden we got out of service rates, 50%. The national average is only 23.2. Driver, 25. National average is 6.4. Number of inspections, 4. What's going on here, folks? This was last updated November 23rd, 2025. Shall we get into it? Let's get into it. You know I like to get into it. So this is crashes included in the SMS vehicle involved in crashes. He's had a crash. So registered as a crash with FMCSA. Happened January 15, 2025. And I want you to pay close attention because it's going to come up a couple times in the show, but you'll see the plate number Z1S949. Plate stated Georgia. So this vehicle, I guess, was involved in an accident. Let's move right along because it gets much worse. So carrier name here, Hippix Logistics. Now, there was no fatalities, no injuries. It does say tow away. We got the VIN number there. We got the plate number. Let's move along. So this is also on the SMS profile for FMCSA. And you'll see this truck with that plate, Z1S949. You'll see another plate there on another straight truck. And these are all straight trucks. But yet I thought this is an expedite carrier running a bunch of vans. Oh. I know you probably see something else above my head, and we're going to talk about it. Something about some intoxicating beverage. Interesting. Andre, I hope you're paying attention because remember, I'm the devil in expedite. So, Hippix Logistics. Oh, we already showed this. Must put it in there twice. Well, either way, there it is again. Let's move right along. Okay, so this straight truck that's showing on his policy there is an Isuzu. And trust me, I got a show I can do on that truck too. I got everything, Andre, everything. Should have never messed with me. You know, this guy tried to call me a liar. And it's crazy because, you know, I show docs. I dig, I research. And now he's got more people looking at him because this show only came up tonight because someone else sent me some stuff. Interesting. I guess you got a lot of fanboys there, Mr. Hippix. So now we got this straight truck, a Freightliner. Plate state, Georgia. I want you to remember that plate state says Georgia, if you guys know where I'm going with this. There's the plate again. And this happened, this was one of the violations that came up one time on this truck. Driver using a handheld mobile telephone. Unsafe driving. As long as we've all been in expedite, anybody should know, because I used to always tell my drivers, you must have a Bluetooth headset or earpiece. No exceptions. So let's move right along. Look at this. Look at this truck. Now, I'm going to assume, because this VIN number comes back to, I believe, a Penske truck. And I'm going to assume this is his truck. He must have bought it from them. I'm assuming because it was involved in an accident, but yet later on in another inspection, this all comes up. Brake out of adjustment, roto clamp, short and long, multiple cities. Brake out of adjustment, multiple cities again. Brake out of adjustment, air disc brake missing, broken components, air brake, washers, inoperative washing system, emergency equipment, fire extinguishers, unsecured, lighting identification lamps, inoperative, defective brake are equal to or greater than 20% of the service brakes on the vehicle combination. One truck, and it's not even safe for the road, putting lives in danger. You know, we're going to sit here and talk about all these illegal immigrants and all this other stuff. Well, Mr. Andre here, he's an immigrant. Yeah, he's one of those immigrants. And it looks like to me these immigrants just don't give a damn about safety on the roads in this country and putting these commercial vehicles on the road that are dangerous to people. Look at this. State/local laws failed to obey a traffic control device, permanent or temporary, e.g. safety official, signal, sign, light, lane marking, other, unsafe driving. Then look at this. Look at this garbage. Drugs/other substances. Operate a commercial motor vehicle while under the influence or evidence of use within the past 24 hours. And then it goes on there, intoxicating. No driver should be on duty or operate a commercial motor vehicle while the driver possesses an intoxicating beverage, regardless of its alcohol containment, whatever. I don't know exactly what that is. This is disgusting, folks. It's truly disgusting. Let's move along. So the code that's in there, and SMS, I'll put it up here so you guys can have a little education. The code 392.4a, DOSU, refers to a violation of 49 CFR 392.4 of the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Regulations, which prohibits commercial vehicle drivers from possessing or being under the influence of drugs or other substances that render them unable to operate a vehicle safely. The DOSU suffix indicates the driver who was found in possession of a prohibited substance and was placed out of service. The code 92.5A3 IDUI refers to a specific violation code used by the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, FMCSA, related to alcohol possession by a commercial motor vehicle driver. You're putting drunks in the trucks now, Andre. You are great. That means you do not screen these drivers. You're just putting anyone in there. And I'm going to have another show coming out about another one of your drivers because you just don't give a damn about safety or operating legally, or you're just disgusting to this whole expedite industry. My opinion, my professional opinion. So here we got the SMS safety measurement. We got the whole report right here. Now let's bring it in a little closer here in a second. I want to show you something else first, but we're gonna go over this. So what's interesting, see, when you guys get your trucks pulled over and the police, law enforcement, DOT, state trooper, they start pulling stuff starts floating around on the internet. So who do you think now is tied to this load? Well, it shows shipper there. Premier Packaging, location, Grovetown, Georgia. So, of course, we're going to let Premier Packaging know about this, and another person is going to have a talk with them, someone a little higher than me with some better connections. He's going to reach out to this customer because now we want to know who the broker is that's dealing with these frauds in the industry and playing this dangerous game with this freight and these junky trucks with these junky, trashy drivers. Let's move along. So, Premier Packaging. Anyone looking for a new customer, a good broker? You know what to do. Go get this customer and make sure this freight is put on a legit carrier truck with a good professional driver. So, let's blow up that report here. As we can see, and I thought it was interesting, this happened on April 4th, 2025. At 9 in the morning, this guy was under the influence. This is unbelievable. You see it right there. The report says start time 0900, end time 1045. He failed to obey a traffic control device, permanent or temporary, e.g. safety official signals, sign, light, lane marking, other. Drugs/other substance, operate a commercial vehicle while under the influence or evidence of use within the past 24 hours. So you see here, folks, at 9 in the morning, this driver is under the influence and he failed to obey a traffic control device. You know what this equals? This equals a catastrophe. It equals dangerous activity by a carrier, putting these kind of drivers in these poorly maintained trucks. And this is how lives are taken in this industry in trucking. It's truly disgusting. So I want to bring up another point here. So here's the insurance policy. And I'd like to know, maybe someone else can put it in the comments. Let me zoom in to the bottom that shows the vehicles. And now let's remember, this guy plays dispatcher with his motor carrier authority for hundreds of vans. And we're going to cover that. And I don't want to say what we're going to cover, but we're going to cover that in another episode. So right here, we have these VIN numbers. Now, the top one, I believe, is a van, not a semi-tractor van, but a regular, commercial, everyday cargo van. Registered state, Tennessee. We're going to skip over the middle one. We're going to go to the bottom. It shows 2006 GMC truck. So we got, what is that? 21-year-old GMC truck riding on this policy. You mean to tell me you're using a 20-year-old truck when we know the industry standard is usually 10 years or less? But we know why you put this on insurance, Mr. Andre, don't we? Then let's get back to the middle one, because we got this 2018 Freightliner truck that was involved in an accident. Few months later, the guy is disobeying traffic signals or signs, driving under the influence. It has all these operational maintenance problems, and it's put back on the road. It says registered state, Tennessee. But we all know that truck had a plate in Georgia. So you guys tell me that one. The truck has a plate for Georgia, but it's registered in Tennessee. Folks, this is a very dangerous carrier, in my professional opinion, as long as I've been doing this industry and exposing all these people. This guy right here is very notorious for doing very sneaky and fraudulent activities in the trucking community. Now he's running 26-foot straight trucks. Obviously, very, very poorly maintained straight trucks, and no safety whatsoever involved in I don't even know how you could put this kind of driver. And I believe the driver's age was around 41. 41. If a person at age 41 doesn't know better than drink and operate a commercial motor vehicle with freight, 26 foot, carriers need to be held liable for this too, because he's shown a history of what he does with his carrier authority. Trust me, there's a lot more going on. Yes, Andre, we have more stuff. You are a very disgusting person in this industry, and I'm sick and tired of it. Now you're putting lives in danger on these highways. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I just wanted to get this out here. So, and yes, Andre, I got another one of your drivers. I have a very good question I want to ask about this other driver. Very good question. So, like I said, folks, leave your comments. But this right here, an expedite carrier, shuffling around addresses. He had 2 authorities at one time. And even we're waiting, we got some people in the background working. How? Explain to me how 2 motor carrier authorities got swapped between the 2 DOT authorities, between the 2 DOT numbers. Explain this to me. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on with this carrier authority. A lot. Drivers, you need to be aware of who you're getting involved with. Yes. I'm Axel. Catch you guys in the next one.